We're just going to be working on a film project today. There's something due in a week. Not procrastinating, just waiting for the right opportunity to work on it. It's a film project about a place or a process. And I'm going to stick to filming a process. Now, my options are limited. I think I'm going to stick with the gym because that's what I know best at the moment. And so I'll film the process that I go through weekly, and then I'll add a bit of story elements to it. The story elements I'm deciding to add could be a lot of things. One of which could be the process I've already gone through, because I have a whole history since I was a kid, right? I was overweight, and then I had to lose a lot of fats. And then when I did lose the fats, I lost a lot of muscles because I did it wrong. And here we are trying to build all that muscle back up again, and then even better. So there are a lot of ideas to show how I can do that. And that's exactly what we're going to be working on today. I will show you previous projects too that I've worked on, how it looks like on Premiere Pro. Hopefully you like it. Just if you can put your name in the chat so I know who's here, that'd be nice. All right, so this is the overview. Plan, shoot, and edit a short film that visually explores either a location or a process in a document-inspired style. Documentary. Not a big fan of documentaries just because I prefer fiction and, planned storytelling, but it is still interesting to work on. Choose a subject that lends itself to cinematic exploration, safe for all participants, and has adequate available light. I'd say the gym is well lit, so I shouldn't be worried about that. I could bring my own lights, but the professor specifically said do not use any lights of your own. So I'm gonna have to work with whatever the gym lights, whatever the gym light is, I think it's regular neon, so that could be hard to deal with. Something called shutter, flicker, and all that, but we can avoid it with a few camera tricks. Rely on composition, lens choice, camera placement, lighting, and editing to tell a story, using images alone without dialogue. Guys, I like using dialogue. This is going to be a challenge and a half. Not speaking, not saying anything. I feel like my storytelling is so so reliant on speaking. Documentaries are cool though. They are cool. I'm just I lean towards fiction and planned storytelling rather than just capture the moment. That's what I lean towards, but I can easily change my mind if I see a few good documentaries. Recommend some. Okay, key points. You can choose a place or a process that inspires you. So we're choosing the gym. The mic is in the way, bro. All right, let me decide the location. Gym, that's the place. And you know what? It says place or process, but it's actually going to be place and a process. This is going to be interesting. Place and a process. Okay. So gym and fitness journey. How about that? Man, I'm reaching for the keyboard. Okay. Let's put that in bold. Strive for compelling shots, vary shot size, experiment with pans, tilts, rack focus, angles, and expressive camera movement. Well, I'm doing this alone, so how am I gonna do a lot of camera movements? I do want a gimbal. This piece of equipment is so fun to use, so this could come in handy. I can connect it to my phone and decide to let it track me, but that is cheating though. Using this is cheating, but since I am working alone, I might have to accept this cheat code and just utilize it the best way I can. You may include ambient sound or sound effects added in post-production, but no voice. Well, I'm gonna have JayTee. A lot of you saw him yesterday. JayTee makes excellent music. He does sound production, music production. It's beautiful. So I can definitely reach out to him, and then we can decide on how the sound of the film can be. Ambience, there's no need to pick up gym sounds, or unless I can specifically pick up specific audios like metals clanking together or the sweat droplets dropping on the floor. Obviously, I gotta sweat first. I can't just fake it. I could spray water, but let's be authentic. And that's about it for sound, honestly. So let's just add here for movement, gimbal, or should I put, no, gimbal and tripod. Did I write gimbal wrong? Lads, I'm gonna have so many spelling mistakes. This is like me getting exposed right now. You may include ambient sounds. We already decided. Reach out to JayTee. So JayTee will make the music. Add specific sounds like water drops or steps or metals. Okay. I already have spelling mistakes, yeah. Oh, grammar. Avoid simply compiling random beautiful shots. Aim for a coherent visual narrative. Yeah, this is a mistake a lot of people like struggle with, right? I've seen projects from last year and before where they think shooting something nice, visually pleasing, means it's a good story. Danny, hello, it's a bit late. Hey, Danny, I'm glad you joined, bro. Yeah, that mistake I've fallen into plenty of times, and you can see a lot of popular film Instagram reels do the same thing, but that works on Instagram because people either care about something hooking, some brain rot, unfortunately, or something visually pleasing, right? And so, and this works if you're using Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Just shoot a bunch of beautiful shots, whatever. But when you're filmmaking, you're trying to tell a story, and telling a story is not about having a good shot, although that enhances it. It's about just the narrative itself and how you use those shots to deliver the story. Now, although my story is going to be very simple, this is the process that I'm sticking with, fitness journey. But I believe by adding past elements, like my how I used to be as a child, and giving like background information before entering the now, will give context to why I'm even going through this fitness journey. So we got that down. So yeah, this is easy to avoid, but we will take beautiful shots, that's for sure. Consider why this particular place or process is cinematically interesting. What's the story you want to convey through your images? Homie, honestly, it's not cinematically interesting whatsoever. We all know what a gym looks like. It's about a bunch of metal everywhere and people just sweating their ass off. But we can cheat it with color grading to make it look better. I don't know. I'll make it work. I've done a bunch of examples on Instagram. I mean, my entire feed has been last year just gym stuff. Let's go to my profile. Yeah, this is LA Fitness. If you've been to LA Fitness, you know it does not look like this. You just know. So this is all color grading. Yeah, the shots are okay. Most of them are centered because there's not much you can do for Instagram. But that color grading, that you see the lights. This is called a glow effect. The lights don't actually look like this, obviously, though. But the glow enhances anything that's bright, anything that's highlighted. So all the brights become, well, they glow. So that's what I'm going to be using for this film. Maybe an effect like this, where I highlight a few colors specifically and then stick to it. I'm a sucker for blue. I mean, you can see my background, so might enhance the blue colors as usual, and then tell a story. Having shots like this would be nice. This would be nice. Oh, the audio is coming from my... Give me a second. Yeah, you can see all the projects I've made, man. I rely so much on speaking to tell a story. So this is definitely going to be a challenge. Okay, so compelling shots, done. We'll take care of that. You may work alone or collaboratively. Obviously, I can't do that. I can't collaborate. It's a bit too late to decide on a partner. That's one. Two, I'd rather do it alone. I've always done my projects alone, and for this particular one, since it's personal, I'd like to keep it that way. And of course, I'm not taking away that JayTee will be making the music. Well, he doesn't know yet, but he's just gonna back me up no matter what, so that's good. I'll reach out to him later. Avoid. Okay, we worked on that. You may work alone. You may work alone or collaboratively. Okay, sharing roles such as co-directors, co-cinematographers. I don't think anyone in class is working with anyone else. Everyone is doing it solo. I mean, based, but kind of sad too. Okay, we begin the script now, no? What do we call it? Yo, Danny, you're trying to mess up the stream. He's sending me messages right now for the notifications. I muted it, bro. Okay. What do we call it? I'm working alone too, though. Oh, Nagar, you're in the same. Oh yeah, of course, because you're in the same year. Tell me what's your project it's about. I don't know. Well, our class, no one teamed up for the assignment. No one teamed up for the assignment. So I guess the other classes, I don't know, nicer and kinder. Not to say I'm not, but up for debate. Okay, I need a name. Guys, suggest stuff. Or else I'm gonna just call it something lame like persistence or discipline. Name. Let's go with, for now, trying once again. That sounds dramatic. What do you mean trying once again? It's gonna give this mood from the start, maybe. That it's someone who's trying to keep going but is at the edge of giving up every single time. So we'll stick to that title for now. So let's use the typical, you know what? No, I don't care about the font. I'll fix the script later and how it looks. We'll just do the basic stuff for now and just get things out of the way. Intro. What do I want, man? Give me ideas. I do need a few things though before I start. So, okay, before I fix the script, I'll just have a list of things I need. List of things I need. What do you call that board that you put pins on and pictures? Is it? It's not bulletin board, is it? Let me search. Bulletin board. It could be that. Honestly, I can't remember. Yeah, it is bulletin board. Why am I doubting? All right. So bulletin board. I need old photos of mine. And by the way, this is going to be such a struggle because I know I hated the way I looked before. So I barely have any pictures to prove how big I used to be at some point. So I'm going to have to like go to old folders and ask my mom. She probably has something embarrassing somewhere. Old photos. I need strings to connect the photos together. Strings. Current photo. What else do I need? Potential photo. So I should just wait, but that's copyright and stuff. I could AI myself as someone with abs and the final destination look. That would look weird though. So if I can find something to Photoshop, that would be better. But I'll figure it out later. Potential photo. So I will connect the strings. I'll connect the photos with the strings, and then I'll have before, current, and after on top of each image. And then let's say the first shot would be me looking at that bulletin board and questioning if I'm ever going to reach that potential or not. I think that's a good idea. So bulletin board, photos, titles on paper, I guess. photos on paper. Let's specify past, present, and then let's say future with a bunch of question marks. Or, yeah, 3. So past, present, future. Those are things I need for sure. 4 viewers, people dropped off. It's okay. I get it. It's just work. Who wants to watch work? Photos on paper, past, present, future. Okay. I think that's everything I need. Clothes and stuff is a given. Obviously I'm gonna be at the gym working with clothes. So, okay, let's do scene 1. Scene 1. Did I misspell scene? Bro. How do you write scene? I forgot. No. Okay. Scene 1. Scene 1. Late night. Oh, they start with external, internal. We'll try to make it as official as possible. Internal, gym, late night. Okay. Khalil looks at a board with pictures from his past to a potential future. Okay. So that should be the first scene. I use Shot Lister to plan my scenes and shots. Check it out when you get time. Shot Lister. What is Shot Lister? Shot Lister. Business tab. Professional filmmaking industry standard features formatting with letter revisions, cast numbers, and shot numbering scheduling. Oh, this is cool. Well, I won't figure it out right now, so definitely check that out later. We got the first scene. He looks at a board with pictures from his past and a potential future. We need this dramatic, so I'm gonna guess it should be a lower angle, making me lower angle usually tend to make the actor or the person in the frame look great, look strong, look powerful. If I do that, it will not make it dramatic, the situation I'm in, because it will just show that I'm someone who's already triumphant. No, not in the story. In the story, I am not triumphant. I'm failing. I'm struggling to continue. So we need a high angle for this. And by the way, a script does not look like this. Just saying, this is very rough and will need to be refined later. So high angle for this one. And then the next shot should be close up. I know it's drastic, but we'll do it. Close up to my face, to Khalil's face, looking concerned and worried. Why worried? We'll find out. Now we can abrupt cut from here to a different scene altogether. So that this could just be the start and that's it. We're done. And move on to scene 2. No, but I'm in the frame for the first one. I'm looking at a board. Close up, I'm worried. We need the second shot where... the board is visible. Shot of the board. And close-ups on images. Close-ups on images. Okay. I'd say this is a good scene 1. You guys have any ideas? Will be refined later, but I'm happy with this. And we can copy this because scene 2 can still be the same place. Just a different day. Late night. late night 2, just to be more clear when I shoot. So we got first scene, I'm looking at a board, looking helpless. We got a close-up on me, and then we got a shot of the board and close-ups on the images on the board. How about Dutch? Dutch angle would be cool, but how can I justify a Dutch angle? Because is it going to be just this one time where I use a Dutch angle? If it's just one time, it better be a very good reason to why. Is it because I'm concerned and worried? If that's your reasoning, I guess I can consider it. Consider Dutch angle. I can consider it for the one before it too. Okay, night 2, a bunch of workouts and stuff. Let's say training intensely, and then I can make a montage of that day by day kind of thing. I can make a montage of the same exercise with, oh my goodness, that's gonna be so much work. Same exercise, different clothing is gonna be the end of me. I've done it once before. You guys haven't seen the short film I made for last semester. It was a pain changing over and over again. But I have a week to do this, a week and a half, no, 2 weeks. It's after reading week, I believe. Regardless, changing over and over again is going to be a pain, which I am willing to endure again. Montage of same exercises with bro, I can't type with the mic in the way. Different clothes. Okay, and question is, do I take different shots? It's due on the 27th. Bro. No, I wish I didn't know that. Now I can take it easy. No, I won't. I will, probably. 24th. Okay, that's better. Watch out of the same exercise, different clothes. I need stuff that do not reveal my body too much, because close-ups are superior when it comes to stuff like this. So let's say any arm curls. So arm curls, I'll just say in general. Squats would be so awkward to film, because every shot I've ever seen of anyone recording a squat, they're like behind, is straight up in the camera, taking up most of the frame. So definitely not doing that. So I need, what can you do in the gym? Arm curls, running. I started cardio, so I'm not cheating with this one. Running. It would be a cool idea to have people to talk to at the gym and get them on video. Like they're just coming in, checking up, saying hello and all that. That'd be cool. Running. Bench. Bench is always nice to record. Bench pressing. Bench pressing, and then staring into nothing every single day with different clothes, because that's how it is. You struggle, you sit there and you contemplate everything you're doing. Okay. So that's done. 225. Danny, 225 is gonna be the end of me. Unbelievable. I can't believe we haven't reached it yet. Crazy. No, actually, guys, I have proof that I've hit 225 before. Very, very obvious proof right here. And then I injured my shoulder and never did it again. That's one. That's one. And then almost a completely clean too. That day, injured my shoulder and it went all the way down. Unbelievable. All right. That night is good. That night is done. Guys, my brain is squeezing so hard because I've done so many gym shots and so much gym content that I'm losing creativity in that department. But we're here to refresh that. So what else can I do? So montage of the same exercise, different clothes, arm curls, running, bench press. This is gonna take a day by itself, if not 2. This is gonna take 2 days, and then I need to like consider the outfits I'm gonna get, and they need to be drastically different. Because the last project I worked on, I've done a similar concept where I changed the clothing, and the thing is, the 2 of the cloth pieces that I wore, they were similar in color. It was just different shades of blue, so it didn't look as big of a change as it should have been, but that's okay. Learned from that. Internal. No, let's not have an internal gym shot. Let's have a car. So wait, if 2 of you here are in film production, if you decide to shoot in a car, is that internal or technically external because you're in a car but outside? Car. Show us your last project. I will show you my last project. You want to see it now? Okay. Lads, I'm honored to show it to you, very strong 4 viewers, and I appreciate you for being here. Let's have screen only, and then let me bring out the project. Nope, this is not, this is not the project. Can you hear? Let me know. Yes, it was from Moose's class. Hey mom, how are you?
Habibi Khalil, I'm good. Is everything alright?
Yeah, everything is fine. It's just I haven't worn the cross you and dad gave me for a while now. I feel unworthy of it. I've been letting God down a lot recently.
We all fall short, Khalil. The cross isn't about your perfection. It's about his love and sacrifice for you. We'll talk more about that when I come for a visit.
Thanks, Mom. I miss you plenty.
I miss you more, dear. Tell me, what's on your mind?
If you could leave it all behind and start over, would you choose the city life? You know, the ambitions, the city lights, the traffic, all the chaos? Or would you choose simplicity? A life stripped down to its essence. A life of nature and peace.
Why not have a balance of both?
When you're not fully engaged in your world, you never get the most out of it. You never see its full potential.
This isn't a question about the city and nature, is it?
I'm trapped at the crossroads of 2 worlds. Each one demands more effort than the other. My ambitions shimmer like distant stars, forever out of reach. A journey lost in the sands of time, constantly slipping through my grasp. Labors born of heart and hand, yet yielding shadows for their toil. I yearn to brave the storms on 2 fronts, but defeat whispers its tempting lullaby. A lullaby that calls me to surrender one dream to cradle the other. Peace eludes me, bound by the weight of my desire, yet I cannot release what's deep in my heart. One word holds the answer, the key that whispers of dreams fulfilled, of paths unfolding as time goes. Yo, JayTee is in here. He's the one who made the music, as you can tell in the credits. But yeah, this is the project I was talking about. And this part, I wish I chose a different shade of blue. So look how close those two are to each other. The light blue and the dark blue. So it didn't look like I was technically wearing different clothing. It just looked so similar to each other. But in general, I was very happy with this project. You guys have no idea how long it took. But it was done. And the first shot, don't get me started. This, super proud of it. And that tiny little bird being there, perfect. Cherry on top. But anyways, yeah, that's the project that I was working on, and that is the switch of clothes that I'm concerned about right now. So, JayTee, you just came in, bro. You're already tasked with making music for this film. You're already tasked. So next stream, maybe we can work on it together. Let me know if that's okay with you. Okay. So I can have running shots outdoors. What do you guys think? It's gonna be snowy, so that's gonna be hard. But that would go hard because it'll be hard to run in the snow. So let's change car night. Let's say park. Okay, night. And then to specify snowy. Is that right? Snowy. We'll let Grammarly fix that. So snowy park night. It'll be Khalil running. How can I mess up my own name? Khalil running in the harshest of weathers. No. Harshest of no. Khalil running in a dark and snowy park. Angry. Let's make Khalil angry at this point. Angry for not getting the results needed. How can we show that I'm not getting the results needed? Guys, I'm not going shirtless for this film whatsoever, but we can cheat it and I could be wearing a tank top. So we can have this shot. Khalil's running in a dark snowy park, angry about not getting close to the desired results. We need a long shot. Can I get the chat to show on screen? Yo, this is a great question. Rack, what is this film about? Clash, you can film me if it's not mandatory. Clash, I don't know who you are, bro. You need to reach out to me on Instagram so I know who's talking. But I don't like. This is a personal project, but I could definitely include some of you guys in my future projects. So the whole project is about recording a process, okay? A place or a process. I decided to mix the two, gym and fitness journey. So we got place and process. I gotta strive for compelling shots, and those compelling shots I'm gonna have to achieve with a gimbal and a tripod. You guys, if you don't know what a gimbal is, it's a camera stabilizer. I have one right here. This thing has helped me in so many projects, and I love it so much. I've done 3 weddings with this, 2 engagements, and a bunch of party shoots. But recently I haven't been using it because all of the marketing work that I do with my team at North, it does not require such crazy equipment. It's more about the idea than the actual equipment you're using. So I miss using this, and it would be cool to use for this film. The only problem is it's so heavy on the top. So the tripod that I have is weak. The pin itself, it could potentially break. I mean the screw, and then the whole thing could fall down with the camera. That is something scary. And let's say if I'm shooting outside with this, and then there's a lot of wind. GG's. I'm easily gonna lose the equipment, so I'm gonna need help for someone to be next to the gear while I'm shooting, or else I will be losing a lot of money for something that's not really necessary or not worth it. A microphone is not going to be used because this thing will not have any dialogue whatsoever. So I'm going to either do Foley, so add sounds later on to enhance the project. Like, let's say metals hitting together, or me breathing heavily, steps on the ground, whatever it is, I can like Foley it later. Or at the moment, I can just shoot it real quick and see if I can enhance it with AI. There's a crazy AI tool, Adobe Podcast. I don't know if you guys know about it. Put any audio file there and it enhances the sound as if you recorded it in a studio. Beautiful. What are you gonna film? Good question. Well, I need to get a clear idea of what I'm shooting first. And then I should be able to start filming within the next couple of days. I'd say Thursday because Wednesday I have class, and Tuesday I'm gonna be busy with work, and I'm gonna have to also clip stuff from this stream. So it's a lot of stuff to do, but we can get it done. So yeah, quick recap. Gym and fitness journey, gimbal and tripod to use for recording the shots. JayTee, you've already been tasked, bro. You're gonna make the music for this. And then I'll add specific sounds like water drops, metals, blah, blah, blah. Dialogue is unfortunately not there, and that is sad because I rely on dialogue for my storytelling. So this will be a challenge. And then avoid compiling simply just beautiful shots. This is something that we just saw in the guy's film. And not to say it's wrong, I'm a sucker for good shots. But for this one, we're trying to tell a story, and that is the challenge. Consider why this particular place or process is interesting. Well, I'm just going to have to make it look interesting through color grading and while taking shots. And then I'm working alone. I'm not doing this collaboratively. I mean, I think everyone in class is doing it alone, so it is what it is. The idea in general, for those of you who just joined, it's the process I've gone through and then still going through. So I'll have my past on a bulletin board, pictures of my past, and then pictures of me right now, and then the potential that I could possibly reach. So I can like fake an AI image of me looking muscular, flexing, whatever it is, or I can just Photoshop it myself. We'll start with that. It'll be late night at the gym. I'm looking at it, looking at the past, the present, and the potential, and then a close-up on my face. I'm concerned, I'm worried, and then that will emphasize that this isn't an easy journey. It's something that I'm not looking at the board in hope. I'm looking at it with a worry. That's going to be, I'm not saying that's reality, but for this film specifically, that's what I'm going to do. Every now and then I do feel this way. Now, let me be very real with you. I do feel this way every now and then. Just worried. Am I going to ever reach it? I don't know. But fact is, I'm putting in the work. So I'm capturing that process right now. Shot of the board, close-ups of the image so people can get an idea of what I'm looking at. And then done. We go to late night 2 at the gym. It's montage of me in different clothing. That's a pain. That's a big pain, but I'm going to do it. And stuff like arm curls, running, bench pressing, and staring into nothing will be the best part to shoot because I can get very cinematic with this. How do you get cinematic? At the gym, well, it's going to be a lot of post-production to make the image look better through color grading. But when I'm shooting there, I'm going to drop the aperture as low as I can to blur the background. Get me into like this alone vibe, right? Separate me from everything around me. That would be clean. Staring into nothing. Let me put it here. Lowest aperture. Is that you write aperture, please? That's how you write aperture. Okay, thank you. He is running. Snowy park night. I want to get the chat on the screen, but it's too late to do that now. I'm gonna have to work on it for next. Or you know what? You guys are here and here. You want to figure out together? Let me know. For this stream specifically, I did write that the chat should be staying. What I messed up on yesterday's stream is when I put I didn't put chat replay on. It was unchecked, so there was no way to see the chat afterwards. I'm able to see it on my account, but for everyone else, they're unable to see it. For today's stream, I did check it, so this all hopefully should be visible later when it's done. Otherwise, I'm sorry. Like I'll fix it for next week. And completely lost it. Escaped my mind today. Okay, we need a long shot. Show the place. Show the setting. If I'm hitting the mic a lot, I'm sorry, but the position everything is in right now. Long shot. Show the setting. And then medium shot. Medium shot. Stretching. Close up. Focus. And angry. And then let's say I can't have a tracking shot. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for a tracking shot, but I'm working on this solo, so I can't have anyone running. Well, I won't make anyone run in the snow. This is questionable. This snowy park thing, I might have to think about it later, and then see if I actually want to do it. Visually, it will be insane. I think it will take the project to another level. But I don't know how worth it it's gonna be. Hey, خلاص Grammarly. I could. Nagar, that'd be very sick. I'll take up the offer, but let me also think if I'm actually gonna stick with this or not. Because I'm angry. Potential tracking shot. Or let's go back to medium shot that turns into long shot as I run. So we're starting medium, and as I continue running, we're gonna end up being at the long shot. So that works. Medium shot turning to long shot by the subject moving forward. Okay. So that's the second part. But so far we didn't show the process, or did we? Yeah, arm curls running. So different clothing indicating different nights. This shows frustration and trying to do more in the harshest conditions. Ooh, you know what would take this to another level? Another shot of me from like a high angle, let's say bird's eye view, of me laying in the snow defeated. Laying in the snow defeated, high angle. The hero is down, guys. We brought him down. All right. Laying in the snow defeated, high angle. This does not look like a script. This is just a draft at this point, or brainstorming. Laying in the snow defeated. And then what? I start closing my eye and then dip to black into something else where I wake up into a different setting. Let's say that. And the knife in the chest with fake blood. No. I'm not taking that suggestion. What is this turning into? That's dark, bro. Laying in the snow, defeated, high angle. let's say I gotta read everything again. Looking at board, looking at potential, angry with the past and the present, not happy enough, showing the process of working out, trying to do better and do more in the snow, and then laying defeated. I gotta just why fake it when you can make it? Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it, bro. I know you guys are waiting for that day. Laying in snow defeated. Gets up. Opens wallet and takes out an old note. You guys, I'm cheating right now. We said no, they said no dialogue. I'm gonna cheat, not have dialogue, and I'm gonna have a note. All right, I'm gonna have a note to storytell. He can't argue with me. Or is it cheating? I call it creativity. I don't know. Gets up, opens wallet, and takes out an old note. Close up on the note. It is a promise from... A note isn't allowed? Oh, why is Vlad like this? No, he made it way harder this way. But when you shoot a documentary, there's like writings everywhere. Like, who cares? Oh, he cares. Unless we don't read it. So then, that's cheating, bro. I'll take the L. Okay, so then what? Gets up, doesn't open a wallet. I can match the cut. So I can end this with a match cut. I can lay down somewhere else. Laying down on the gym floor. Tired and exhausted. We can match cut that. Okay. Match cut. If you don't know what a match cut is, let's say I'm standing in the middle of the frame, okay, and I'm in a certain location or scene. The next scene, the next cut is me exactly in the same position, same everything, except the background has changed and the location has changed, right? So that's match cutting. That's the easy way to explain it. You can match cut in a lot of ways. You can match cut by movement. So then it's not the subject, it's the actual camera movement that you're matching. So let's say if I'm moving the camera from left to right so quickly, I can do the same thing with the next shot to continue that exact same movement. There's a lot of ways to explain it. Vlad deducts 100% points for that. 100% points. Wow. Dodge the bullet right there. Thank you. Imagine this whole project was a fail. That would be a first for me. Laying down on the gym floor, exhausted. Exhausted. Guys, the story is going nowhere. I gotta pause and correct myself. The story is actually going nowhere. We got a good start. In the middle, we got good process. But now, where is it heading? I need to take it somewhere. I can take it down to... I don't know. Maybe compare myself with someone? I know a few people who are jacked at the gym. They could like, if they agree, they can like start flexing right next to me by the mirror. And then I can like look at them and then look at me. And then I look down. I look depressed because I'm not close enough. But then they approach and they'd be like cheer up. They can like do this to me, or like they force a smile. I think that would be nice. They, like force a smile and then like jokingly punch me on the shoulder, like you're doing good, bro. Like keep it up. We don't need to capture their audio. The movement itself can explain it. I think that's a good way to get the story going, right? You get an injury and then grow and recover slowly. Yeah, story of my life. Okay, so laying down on the floor, getting exhausted. Compare to a gym bro at at level 100. All right, just to make it very easy for me to understand. Compared to a gym bro at level 100, Khalil is upset and it shows on his face. Gym bro approaches and forces this sounds aggressive, forces a smile on the face. Forces a smile on his face and encouraging him with body language. I'll have to figure that out. Body language. Okay. I think that's good enough. I'm happy with this. This is a good start. I mean, I'll still have to work on it, but at this point, I just need to like genuinely spend at least 2 hours thinking of what I can do to make this better. This is not really a script. This has just been brainstorming. So I need to make a script now. Title does not work anymore. Trying once again. That does not sound good. Trying once again. Or don't compare. Don't compare. And instead of me photoshopped in the future, I can have actual bodybuilders. So so pictures of bodybuilders I aspire to be like, for example. So then it shows that I'm comparing myself to someone else. And then that would tie in everything at the end. I think this is good. We got a place, we got the process. I can get into detail in this montage, record close-ups of the actual exercises and all that. And then we got more of the story, me running, doing things, looking down and depressed, and then getting cheered up by someone who's at the level that I aspire to be at. That's good enough, I guess. I'm happy with this. It's a good starting point. Okay, that's enough with that. Let's I can show you the timeline I had on Premiere for my other project and get an idea of how I've done a few things. I think it's cool to see it. And then we can conclude the stream and say it was a good try. Let's do day by day. You guys, day by day is not as complicated as some of you might have thought. When I first worked on this, day by day, off and on. Where's the footage? Locate. Give me a second. It's not finding the footage. I got like good feedback on that one, and people genuinely liked it. It's just it's not as complicated as you think. The amount of positivity that I got for me did not feel deserved because it was something simple. But nothing wrong with simplicity, right? Good projects can be simple. Why not? Here's how it looked like on the timeline. Premiere is not listening to me. If you don't know what day by day is, I can show you the video right here. It's gonna be very loud. Give me a second. Decrease the audio. Day by day. I mean, you've seen it on Instagram, but it's very short, so... Man, the past year was crazy.
And disappointing.
And a blessing too. Crazy how it can be all three. You know, one moment everything feels like it's falling apart. The next, I'm learning things about myself I never wanted to know.
It's like you expect the new year to fix things, but honestly, it's just a continuation.
There is no new year, new me. Just the commitment to do it better. Day by day. Day by day.
And that's enough, right?
Oh yeah. That's everything. Very nice, very sweet, very simple. It had a lot of problems though, I'll admit. The noise on that clip is unfixable. I tried, it does not look good whatsoever. But that's because it was very low in lighting. I couldn't bring in lights to the street, not all of them at least, because it was very cold that day. It was late night and I had to, I had the schedule ready and everything, so I had to post the next day. So genuinely just cooked up something real quick on Docs, told my brother about it. He was like, you know what? Yeah, we'll do it. And then we ended up shooting it within 30 minutes and we were freezing cold. We entered the car, we had to turn the heat on max and stayed there for a good half an hour to warm up. So yeah, not doing that again, that's for sure. But it was still a nice project. The noise was high, the lighting did not make any sense. The street lights, guys, I don't know if any of you picked up on this, but I think it's good to expose. Man, the past just for learning purposes. The light in the street is yellow. It's warm light.
And disappointing.
The light on us is white and cold. Alright? That does not make sense. It's bad for continuity. But I did it on purpose because it did not look good when I tried warm tones. Alright? It did not look good. So I had to sacrifice continuity and logic with something that looks better. So, and that's exactly what I did at that moment. I took that decision. Do I regret it? No, I'm happy with it. I did it on purpose, but it's good for everyone to know that these stuff matter. You can't have something like this pass in an actual full production of a film. So yeah, other mistake is, right here. Man, the past year was crazy.
And disappointing.
This shot is not angled properly. It's, no matter how much I try to fix it in post, there's something wrong in the angle itself of the camera, so it's a bit tilted in a way that bothers me, but it is what it is. Again, noisy. This shot right here, too much. The shadow is too harsh on my face, and keep in mind the light source is coming from the opposite direction, so the lighting altogether does not make sense, but that's okay. The text and everything I said, yeah, it's great. But we're talking about those details that filmmakers should care about. But again, it was to get a message out. Another mistake is I looked horrible in this, but that's on me. And then we have this. I don't like the shot. The angle on it is wrong. I'm not following the rule of thirds properly. And the subject, at least, I tried to be center, but it wasn't. So this shot, in my opinion, is a fail. But again, we're getting the point across, so it doesn't matter. And last shot is repetitive. It's just the first shot, putting it once again because I didn't shoot enough things. But hey, it was a good post. The reactions were nice, and it got a message across. So it doesn't have to be complicated when you make stuff. You can just make it and throw it out there, and then just do better on the next one. But I'm trying to open the actual day by day file and it's not letting me, so I guess I'll have to just show you my other project and that will do. Open project, open recent. I can show you Patience. Patience was a lot of work. Oh my goodness, Patience took so long. Funny because that's the name of the whole thing, right? Don't save. If I can find the right file too. Is the chat stuck? No, it's not. Okay. Locate all. Patience, files. You guys, Premiere is not listening to me today, so we might have to just cancel all of this and then just save it for another day. Bear with me, please. Okay. I'm not finding it. I'm sorry. We'll save it for another day and I'll prepare it properly and then we can view it. But to get an idea of how it looked like without the footage, this is how complex the editing process was. Audio above audio, different clips, adjustment layers. There's a lot of work put into this, and then each layer had to those are color grading layers. So it's color grading above more color grading. And then the actual footage itself is also overlaying. So sometimes the color grading does not look good for me. So what I end up doing is I take the same what is it called? The same footage and then overlay with different opacities. So one would be fixed in a certain department. Let's say the shadows are increased, and then another of the same clip overlaid with less opacity, I would increase the highlights. What that would do is it will make the image better in general, because if you just do it on one layer, the same image, it might look distorted in the color department. The exposure would be, let's say, exploded in a way. It would be too much. So when you overlay different clips of the same one with different opacities and changing the certain highlights, shadows slash mid-tones, it will generally look better. But again, that's up to the creative person. But yeah, it was a pretty large project with many clips, and not to mention the actual shooting of it was a pain because I had to switch clothing a bunch of times, as you saw. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm happy with how it turned out. And I showed you guys, so I'm glad you liked it too. I didn't announce it yet on Instagram, so I guess that's the first thing I'm gonna do, and that's the next post. But yeah, I think it was a good stream. Anything you guys want to say in the chat before we end it? Nothing in the chat? All right. Okay. All right, then I guess this is it for today. Thank you for joining me for work. Let me know what you think of today's stream. I mean, I want it to be engaging, so I'll see how I can do that better. But I think today was good. I got the project at least figured out, and then now it's putting it into work, and then you guys seeing the final product. Okay, I'm glad you got some ideas for your own story. That's good. Good stream. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Clash, Nagar, JayTee, and everyone who didn't put a comment. I know some of you have been trying to chat, but it's not working. So I'm sorry if that happened to you again today. Hopefully I get that fixed soon and see why it's happening. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. You kinda a nerd. If I'm a nerd, I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is, but this chair is annoying. But I'll take it. It's a good thing. Being a nerd at some things is a blessing. It keeps you focused. It makes you do better stuff. So it's not a horrible thing. I'll take it as a compliment. All right, you guys. I'm gonna end this. Good night. Bye bye.